Hello, Hippo, Potto and Mouse by Roger Hargreaves. If you come out of your house, turn left and walk for 999 miles, you'll come to a house. Or rather, a cottage. Christmas Cottage. And in Christmas Cottage lived those three very good friends, Hippo, Potto and Mouse. Hippo goes to work every day in order to earn some money so that he and Potto and Mouse can live as well as they do at Christmas Cottage. Hippo worries a lot about money. In fact, he worries a lot about everything. Probably Hippo wouldn't worry quite so much if it wasn't for Potto. Potto, the playboy! Potto is, and he wouldn't deny it, rather extravagant, to say the least. He likes to buy things. The things Potto buys! No wonder Hippo worries. The third person who lives at Christmas Cottage is Mouse. Mouse is a schoolboy. Or perhaps we should say a school mouse. Mischievous school mouse. Or perhaps we should say a naughty school mouse. The naughty things Mouse does! No wonder Hippo worries. One day, while Hippo was at work, and while Mouse was at school, Potto decided to go out for lunch. So off he set into town. And after selecting the best table at the best restaurant, and the best hotel in town, Potto had himself quite a lunch. Quite a lunch! A dozen jam tarts and 4 bottles of lemonade. "Waiter!" he called. The waiter came up to the table. "Would you like your bill, sir?" he asked. "No, thank you," replied Potto. "I would like second helpings." And he had to say again. "Waiter!" he wheezed, feeling a little, if not full. "Would you like your bill now, sir?" asked the waiter. "No!" wheezed Potto. "I would like some ice cream." After lunch, Potto walked down the high street. Well, actually, we say he walked, but actually it was much more of a waddle. Eventually, he came to an airfield, and there in the middle of the airfield stood something which rather caught Potto's eye. A beautiful, shiny, bright red airplane. "Ooh," said Potto. "Ooh, yes!" A man came up. "Are you interested in airplanes, mate?" he asked Potto. "Do I look like the sort of person who would not be interested in aeroplanes?" said Potto. "Well, no," replied the man. "But would you be interested in buying this one by any chance? It's for sale." "Ooh," said Potto. "Ooh, yes!" Potto climbed up into the cockpit of the airplane and started the engine. "Have you had any experience of flying before, mate?" asked the man. "Do I look like the sort of person who has not had any experiences of flying before?" said Potto. He looked down at the man. "Send the bill to Mr. Hippo at Christmas Cottage," he said, and took off. "Whee!" shouted Potto triumphantly, as he flew through the air. "Whee!" shouted Potto majestically, as he flew through a cloud. Far below him, he spied the schoolhouse. "Hello," he chortled. "I'll pick Mouse up from school." Potto landed in the playing field just as Mouse came out from school. "I see," remarked Mouse. "Super!" "Hop in," said Potto. "Well, Mouse, what do you think?" called Potto over his shoulder. "Super!" shouted Mouse at the top of his squeak, as the wind whistled between his ears. And off they flew, Potto and Mouse in their beautiful shiny red airplane. Hippo was hard at work in his office. Time to go home soon, he thought, and cook supper for Potto and Mouse. He glanced out of his office window. "Good heavens!" he gasped. "Hello, Hippo!" boomed Potto as he flew past the office window. Hippo went white. Poor Hippo seized his hat and ran out of his office and ran every inch of the way back to Chris's cottage. Potto had landed the airplane in the garden. "Bit of a surprise, eh?" he said, as Hippo came puffing up the garden path. "But where did you get it?" stuttered Hippo. "I bought it," replied Potto. "Well, we can't possibly afford an airplane," said Hippo. "Nonsense," said Potto. "But how much did it cost?" said Hippo. "Oh, not very much," replied Potto. "Not very much at all. In fact, I didn't even bother to ask." Hippo was speechless. Later that evening, a discussion took place. "Why can't I keep it?" cried Potto for the 100th time. "Oh, please let me keep it. Please, 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 please!" "No," said Hippo. "But," said Potto. "No," said Hippo. "Please," said Mouse. "No," said Hippo. "Tomorrow you will take it back." "But," said Potto. "No," said Hippo. "No bother," said Potto. Following day, Hippo telephoned from his office. "Well, Potto," he said, "did you do it?" "Yes," replied Potto grumpily. "Oh, thank goodness," said Hippo, and put down the telephone and heaved a sigh of relief, and got on with his work. That evening, Hippo walked slowly home from work. "Perhaps I've been a little hard on Potto," he thought to himself, "but it really is for his own good." He walked rarely through the garden gate. Oh, no," he gasped. "Oh, no!" "Oh, yes. What do you think he saw standing outside Chris's cottage?" The longest, most powerful, cleaving, shining motor car. "Hello, Hippo!" called Potto, sitting behind the wheel of the car and laughing all over his face. "Surprise, surprise! Ha 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 ha! Oh, Potto."